It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see the River Hogs, field-stretching tight end. He's coming off a week where he stuffed the stat sheet in both yards and touchdowns. It's the River Hogs and the Blues, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us down under in the beachside city of Melbourne, Australia. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Blues of Toronto taking on the River Hogs of Melbourne. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, think about this Melbourne club entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for our visitors from north of the border, we're in October now, so everything... And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 2nd down and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On play action, they'll throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the River Hogs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Blues.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the River Hogs go up by 2 touchdowns.
That score is not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination, but the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Toronto's offense ready to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25. Right, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So no gain on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
It's now 3rd and less than a yard.
They'll set up a throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the River Hogs take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And the Toronto first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here now, 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw here. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. He'll look to throw. And he is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just midfield. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now they'll run on the draw. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Now back to throw. And he's got it. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal, but you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they were very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head to touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the River Hogs will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get 1 more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he returns this to the 22. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. The highlights from from the first half.
Thank you, and we welcome everyone back.
This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag if it's not already.
A yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
He used to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
Now it's 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Blues.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Holding offense.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down, and they'll send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Looking to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And on now is the punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Melbourne ready to go again on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Blues take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
And they can thank their defense for this one. They were set up with a short field following the turnover, but they took care of business as well, working their way down and finishing with a strong run into the end zone for their first touchdown of the game.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Melbourne's offense back out on the field now. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
Pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They'll try to run this one in. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the River Hogs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
2nd and 5. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Toronto.
He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Blues get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season, is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Melbourne ready to go again on offense. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The offense on third down tonight, they've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. They're looking at third and a few inches. Back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
46-yard line.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Now a handoff looking right. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
First down, Blues.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his his town and amongst his team, how do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. A 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 7.
At the 25-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Down to about the 23.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 101 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting, but obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Melbourne, they're